Oh, everybody! Suckhour. Once again, the Super Sucklord is in the house. We got the Suck Mom back by popular demand. Still in the studio, we got L'Amour Supreme, Sarah Wang holding down the control panel, computer girl and street artist person, Corp. She also does cool nails. Look at her. Hey!
What was that?
Coming on him again, Nasty Neil with the vintage A-Life fucking fitted. It's a fitted, right? Okay, sure. Just aim for the head. Just don't hit the fitted cap. All right. We're back again once for another something called the Suck Show. What the fuck? Way, it's the Super Suck. I forgot the name of my show, and now there's fucking snot coming out of my nose. And I don't have a napkin, so I'm just gonna wipe it on my shirt. Hi, everybody.
Like a ball.
All right, hey everybody. This is the Super Sucklord, and this is the Super Suck Hour. Thank you. I've had this dreadful cold. Oh. It's throat cancer. And we're doing another episode. And if I can fucking screw my fucking headpiece on tight enough to figure out what the fuck's going on, I'm gonna run the shit like a boss. Quick disclaimer, none of this shit really happened. We're a bunch of comedy writers and performance artists. And this is just a big performance art piece for you to jerk off to at home. So you're welcome. Speaking of you're welcome, we're once again soliciting for money. I'm not gonna give you the big fucking sob story this time because between now and last time, I inherited $1 million thanks to your generous donation. So keep them coming, please, or else I'm going to fucking blow my brains out on the show itself. So
and you'll all be sad.
Yeah, or you would really like that. So if you want me to kill myself on air, then send me $10. And if you don't want me to kill myself, then send me $20. Okay.
Is that like a double kill yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
Send money.
Wasn't that guy, who was that guy who threatened to kill himself? This is back in the early punk days. He was going to like actually kill himself on stage and then he chickened out. Forgot who it was.
One of the Dead Boys?
I don't remember. This was like a long fucking time ago. I want to give a shout out to this episode's sponsor. It is Ren One Laboratories. You know Ren One? You know Ren One?
Yeah, he's a great sticker maker.
Yeah, he made this latest batch of psychedelic stickers.
I've seen these on the street.
Oh well, I don't know. I don't know how they got there. I just merely give these out to my fans and what they do with them afterwards, like say cover an entire block of Chinatown with them. It's not my fault. And like I said, these stickers don't really exist. This is just we added these in digitally later, but. He gave me these stickers in exchange for some toys and a shout out on the show, and he sent them to me in this fucking cool ass dope bag, which I really appreciated. He doesn't print stickers for just anybody. He only prints stickers for people that, are on the inside. But he has a store envy thing, and he prints his own cool sticker packs that you collect. He makes trading cards. He makes toys. He makes all kinds of weird figures. He does it all himself. He's kind of like I wouldn't say a behind-the-scenes guy, but he's like definitely plays a big support role in doing a lot of stuff for other people in the fucking business. And if you can throw this motherfucker a few dollars by buying some of the crap in his fucking store, that means he stays in business. And if he's in business, that means I get fucking bargain basement quality stickers that I can put all over my town or all over your town. I'm going to make a deal with you right now. Send me a stamped self-addressed envelope to Suckadelic by...
Put money in it.
Does that go without saying? Put like five or more dollars in an envelope, and be sure it's like in one of those like security envelopes, or put a folded piece of paper. Put an envelope with your fucking return address on it and a stamp, because I ain't paying for shit. And put some cash money in the envelope, and I'll send you a handful of these stickers. And apparently the next...
And you can deface everything.
Yeah, you can deface your
you.
Town. He's just finished the next design, and it's going to be coming to me. He's going to be making a lot of my stickers, and I'm going to be lightly juggling his testicles on this show for as long as he does that. So send it to... you can find
lightly juggling?
Lightly juggling.
Lightly juggle.
Lightly juggling.
No, we squeeze and make them squeal.
No, not unless that's what they're into. No,
we're not up to that part
we give them what they want when they do something that serves us. us. They kick something upstairs and we make it worth their while. So check them out, Ren1 on Instagram or Ren1 at Store Envy, and go buy some of his crap. And if you want a sticker, send the shit to Suckadelic, Box 130134, Chinatown Station, New York, New York 10013. You can find the address on my website on the contact tab. Now, hello, Mother.
Hello, son.
I got a little something here for you.
Yes, give it to me now.
Is it the
I
joint?
take
No,
it.
okay.
It's my birthday.
It was your birthday recently.
Aquarius rising.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Yes.
birthday.
So,
Second
Mom.
childhood going round and round.
I went to a very fancy cupcake shop, and I got you a gluten-free cupcake. Here's the story. Now, I went to the bank today, and give me a lighter. I withdrew my last $20, the last $20 to my name.
Yeah.
And I went and I bought a can of spray paint to repair my Vector mask with it, and a fancy-ass cupcake for my mother and her birthday, and it's gluten-free. Now, my mother had a little bit of a wish list. She asked for a book and a CD, a mere book and a CD. I don't know why she needs a CD in this day and age, but she does. Total cost to me $35, and I'm embarrassed to say that I did not have $35. So
Well, next year you will.
I could not buy my mother a birthday present.
Send him money so he can
I'm
get
so
me my present.
overextended that I can't buy my own mother anything more than this lousy fucking gluten-free cupcake.
I'll take it.
So
birthday.
this is on you, the listener. If
Send
you
him money.
want to spare me the humiliation of having to face my mother, who I already owe $2,400 anyway for,
24?
well, I borrowed $2,000 from you last year,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
which I'm gonna pay back.
Eventually.
If you want to spare me from the humiliation of having to face my mother without a fucking birthday present, yet I'm still here doing this fucking show, then I think you better get on that motherfucking donate button, and fast, because I'm sick and tired of fucking doing a song and dance for you for fucking free. Do you see what it's come down to?
You see what it's come down to?
Happy birthday, Suck
Thank
Mom.
you. Thank you, Morgan. Okay.
Bomb.com. Haha. Everything worked out fine.
It all worked out
What's up
fine.
with that cone? Because we're going to get stoned.
Should we light it?
With a pocket.
Use the pocket wick. Pocket wick.
The
Hemp-
new way to light
Simply
your
the cleanest, most efficient way to burn your cannabis products without a big, nasty mouthful of butane. Check it out. Pocketwick.com. Now, Mother.
I'm eating.
Okay.
Oh, I'm ready.
We're going to get into some backstory here because what my strategy for this show is before we get into the stratospheric things is to give a little bit of my personal history. So you might like my artwork more if you knew a little bit more about me, and then you'd be inclined to buy some of it or give me a show in Switzerland at a science fiction museum.
So in other words, I'm back and you're pimping me again.
I'm pimping you once again. Since the day was born, I have been sucking nutrients out of your body and out of your mind, and I
and
continue
out of my bank account
out of your bank account, and I'm going to continue to just siphon off
until
of you.
there's nothing fucking left.
But it's such an infinite.
I'll be a dried up
no, but
shell
the
of
thing.
nothing.
No, but it's such an infinite well. You know, you've
What you use your own infinite well. You want to tap into mine.
You're
Listen.
Like, you're like the giving tree.
yeah.
The giving tree, the shell
And then it
Silverstein.
dies. And you know,
yeah.
he'll just
Everybody
work me.
dies.
Yeah.
No, that's
Valor
I think there was a
Morgalis.
stump that was left.
the
The
stump. I'll be a fucking stump. And
No,
people
because-
will
He's done
sit
with
on me.
No, but the thing is, she's self-regenerating.
I'm
So there's
self-regen-
always more.
That's true.
Just
There's
so it's
always-
not.
I have magic.
Yeah, she's magic, and I'm also magic, but unfortunately, my magic is dependent on my mother's magic because she's like
Blessed is
Morgan,
the child
Morgana
that
Le,
has
Morgan Le
his
Fay.
own. Isn't there an old gospel? Mother might have, father might have, but blessed is the child that has his own.
Billie Holiday.
My-
Yes, see?
my
Why
co-
don't you take that as your mantra?
Blessed is the child.
I
Wait,
win.
can
I
can
win.
That's question.
I shut the
Yeah,
Sucklord up.
You make me feel like a total asshole, but
Oh,
maybe we can turn that around. Although I
Ready
doubt
to-
that. I know I'm horribly shamed that at this late age in life, I'm still siphoning off my mother's tit. But
Wait. In the well.
Oh, God. Is there water over there?
I told you I couldn't smoke. Why did you make me do that?
That was actually angel dust.
No,
demanded
let it go.
you
Thank you.
demanded it.
Oh, Lord, that was fun.
Okay.
You're not in the will, so don't kill me.
That's fine. I don't care. You know, it's funny though, cause I was at the house, and I'm always in the apartment going through all my boxes and toys and all our heirlooms and all the toys you've bought me over the years have just been an incredible wellspring of material for me to make my artwork and stuff like that. All the broken toys, all the back issues of Mad Magazine. I mean, you bought me fucking everything. And you refused to let me throw it away.
I refuse to let you throw
Well,
it.
you had a traumatic experience when you were a child where you were a comic book collector.
They threw away my EC comic books
Oh, my
and my
God.
baseball cards. I could have been rich. I could have given them more shit, you know.
But,
You know, EC's my favorite
but
style. of
thankfully, you want to pass this back around?
Yeah, but take this away from
Yeah,
me.
you're fun.
I'm done.
So I just remember, I mean, you know, you bought me a lot of shit, and I grew up in the golden age of action figures, and we had everything, and I was, you know, I appreciated it at the time. I took good care of my toys, but occasionally I wanted to part with things, and you were always very adamant about making sure I saved everything because you didn't want me to suffer the same trauma.
That is true, and also I wanted my money's worth, and I got it because he has every toy that it was ever bought for him, and it's like paying dividends.
Yeah, but the
'cause he
thing, no,
breaks
now
them
they've
up
all
and
been,
sells
yeah,
them.
but now they've all been sold and all the good shit's gone, and I have fucking nothing to show for it. So, except like a sterling reputation in the world of art and culture. So, you know, there's that.
It was
But-
that. It
Yeah,
was
there's
so
that.
worth
I don't
it.
have any money, but I've got so much fucking street cred, you wouldn't believe it.
We do believe it. That's the problem.
Put that in your pipe and
Okay.
smoke it. So
All right,
anyway,
so-
in my comings and goings, I found in one of your
Mine?
stash boxes this collection of old Drummer magazine.
Oh.
We were looking at my
Whoa.
First thing you had me do
your
was
mother's
intern
secret life.
on,
Yeah.
on
You know that's real.
Took my drummer
Pass these,
magazine.
pass these
Magazine.
around.
These
You
things
took
Pass
my
these around.
fucking drummer
Okay, wait.
magazine.
Now, just give me a chance. Let me spool this out. This is called Drummer, and it's called America's Mag for the Macho Male. This was a magazine that was published in the late 70s, early 80s, actually into the 90s, that celebrated the gay male S&M leather culture. You know, here, pass those around. Pass those
them
around.
around.
And like, let's just read the table of contents.
I knew this guy.
Let's read the table of contents in here. You know, slave auction, golden showers. Hang on, the Castro station. Okay, here it is. And here's an ad for the Handball Express.
It's amazing.
Get this: tit work, uniforms, bondage, sucking, submission, boot worship, slings, water sports, fisting, sweat, licking, leather, jock straps. I mean, this magazine is just rife with this kind of just like,
Oh, look at this.
just this debased material. It's just this incredible raunchy S&M stuff. And I'm looking, and there's one advertisement in this magazine that particularly strikes me.
Here it comes.
Listen to this.
folks.
Listen to this. You wouldn't believe this. I mean, there's like on this page of classified ads with like handmade boots and leather dog collars and all this leather stuff. There's a advertisement here. It's a small like quarter-page ad for the new man-eater tit clamps. Okay, so here we have an ad for this very aggressive-looking clamp with two attendant clamps that are designed specifically to attach to a man's nipple. And it says, here's the copy. You're gonna want to listen to this. Fasten the cannibal's teeth over an entire, underlined, entire tit. This ravenous mouth takes it all and it never lets go. In parentheses, also feeds on balls and buttocks. And then there's an advertisement for Tit-Torture catalog. And there's some information here about how you can purchase this device. And I'm looking at it, and it says, send $12, includes postage to R. Phillips, New York, New York, 10011. Well, if I'm not mistaken, that's That's your name.
I believe so.
What an incredible coincidence that
They
it
used
just
to
so
call me
happened.
Ripper Phillips.
Just seems like such a coincidence.
It
you
is
know,
a
that just this
coincidence, and
sweet,
you have me here on your show.
mild-mannered lady. You know, it's just a
Well,
kind,
wait, let me get
loving
mild-mannered.
Italian mother.
Mild-mannered lady.
Yeah, a loving Italian
Cannibal
mother
tit
from
clamps.
Brooklyn, dealing in such puerile filth,
It
profiting.
wasn't puerile.
No?
Filth, yes, but not puerile. It was.
Okay, so obviously the cat's
was
out of the
very edgy.
cat's out of the bag. You somehow found yourself involved in the business of creating accoutrements for people that
To
live the
torture
leather.
men's nipples.
yeah, the-
Women are too smart to use them.
You specialized in nipple clamps.
I did.
Servicing the gay leather community.
I did.
In the late 70s. Now, in the early 80s. J Corp has pulled up here the Wikipedia definition for nipple clamps, and she's going to read it to us now.
A nipple clamp is a clamp that can be applied to the nipples of any type of body. It is a sex toy that can be attached to the nipples to create pain by restricting blood flow from erect nipples by applying pressure to them. Some people derive erotic pleasures from seeing nipples clamps applied. They are used in some BDSM activities such as Tit-Torture. The use of nipple clamps is often portrayed in the media as deviant or kinky sexual behavior. The main types of nipple clamps are the clover clamp, tweezer clamp, and clothespin style, though any device that applies direct pressure can be
Are you
used.
getting excited while she speaks?
Okay. My knees are getting weak.
Weak in the knees like SWV.
For self-use, successful application requires the user to find a personal balance between the amount of pain and pleasure by fine-tuning the degrees of pressure exerted by the clamp. The clamps are typically used in pairs and connected by a chain. Weights may be hung from the chains from the clamps to increase the pressure on the nipples and to discourage the clamped person from moving suddenly, for example, jumping when spanked or caned, since this would make the weights swing and increase the pain.
Got it. So basically, these are little clips and clamps that are applied to specifically men's nipples, although not specified by that, to inflict pain.
And pleasure.
And you used to manufacture these items.
I invented them.
No, you did not invent them.
I
You
invented
perfected
they were used,
them.
Wait
You
a minute.
perfected them.
Wait, no.
You did not
They
invent
were-
the nipple clamp.
Yes, I did.
No,
they
you
were
didn't.
using clothespins when I came into the game.
Okay.
Clothespins, and they painted them black and put them on some stupid chain, and guys would think it looked so hot and painful, but it wasn't. And therefore, I invented the true nipple clamp, the ones that bite, the ones that pinch.
But you did it by accident. You didn't set out to do this, right?
Well,
Let's
no,
tell the
I
whole
must
story.
admit it was just chance and good fortune on my part, and it was an accident.
Well, you were recently divorced.
Let me tell
You want me to tell the boring
No,
part of the story?
No, I'll tell it. I'll tell it. It's painful, but I'll.
No, it's not.
I
Come
know,
on, you
I'm
love every
joking.
minute of this.
I
Just
love
get on
every
with
minute.
it. Tell us the fucking
I
story.
got the. You may know the Suck Pop and seen him on the previous show. Well, I got divorced from him for many a good reason, and he was supposed to pay me alimony and child support, but he was just a poor Englishman mechanic. He didn't have enough money to keep me in the style to which I would have liked to be accustomed. And besides, I needed a lot of money to buy Star Wars toys. So I had this friend, and we said, how are we going to make money in our spare time?
She was a single mother also.
Yes, and your best friend,
Yeah.
the mother of. So we put our little heads together, and we said, well, we have to be there for the kinder after school, so it can be something we do from 9 to 3. And we couldn't think of anything, and she was a sculptress, and I was a ne'er-do-well. And between the two of us, we decided to make little bits of junk, and like my son, and make people buy them. I made things out of junk, and she made things out of
people
junk.
could wear.
Like
Remember,
punk
You used to
jewelry.
take us to Canal Street when they had
No,
all the
that was-
plastic
yes.
stores
But we
and buy
took-
the little plastic bits and put them on a strap.
And we took them to Macy's, and Macy's bought these things and put them in a window. It was like punk jewelry and edgy and part of the display.
You had one. It was like a rubber thong with these water guns.
That
like,
was
attached
much
to it.
later. That was her. But
that was the type of stuff you were trying to do.
Yeah, junk shit. So one day we had these clamps with a leather thong and metal and stuck them in there, and we didn't know what they were. We thought they were punk jewelry. So we were all full of our successes with Macy, so we went to the pleasure chest, because I said they have all leather and rubber and metal. Maybe they'll buy it. So we went in there, and the nice gentleman behind the counter says, "Oh, that's wonderful. We'll get 12 of these and 12 of these." He said, "We only buy functional items, not decorative." And I saying, "Functional? What is anybody the fuck gonna do with this piece of shit?" So he enlightened me by saying, "Oh yes, they're portable nipple clamps." Immediately, my superior intelligence kicked in. Who's laughing? Kill them. And I knew exactly the big light bulb. I said, "Good, I have a career." So I told my friend, the lady I was with, Saul's mother, "Just take the order," because she's all confused. She was even stranger than I was, like this with the little grainy glasses and the frizzy hand. She said, What? Nipple clamps? What? I said, "I'll explain later." So we took the order, and we left the pleasure chest, and I said, "We're going to be rich." And she said to me, What is all this?" I said, "It's about S&M, about pain." She said, "Oh, it's like the Holocaust. I can't do this." I said, "Shut up and drive to Canal Street." So we went to Canal Street, and she's all confused. But I had it all. I could see my whole life branching out in front of me. I knew at that moment exactly what I was going to do. I said, "Buy these, buy these, buy these." Went back to her brownstone in Brooklyn, and I said, "We're going to make tit clamps. And we're going to get fucking rich." Little did I know, you see, my son, Sucklord, takes after me. We make these brilliant things, and we don't make any money out of it. So please send them money.
No.
Anyway, got there. We made these things. They were nipple clamps. And she was a sculptress, as I recall. And she liked making little findings and putting them on the chain. They were quite lovely to look at.
Okay, well, I guess the demand increased.
The demand increased.
And you had to actually...
My fame spread.
But the thing is, it went beyond just making a couple of little ones like you were getting action. Like there was nothing really, like you said, there was the items that were being made at this time were
yes, I
crude.
had to not only create the item, I had to create the demand. What are you laughing about?
No. Here's let me because there's a couple of aspects to this. One, not only did you have to be able to step up the production capacity.
Yes.
And there's the whole quality thing where you actually brought my father in for his engineering skills
for his
because you
engineering
actually created innovations in this industry. And third, on top of that, you had to not only make these objects, but you had to create the fantasy and the story that goes around it to sell them.
I was brilliant because these gay guys, they're wonderful, humpy, real hunky looking men, and they didn't really understand how far they could go with this. I not only made the items, I had to tell them how to use it. One of my best items was the weightlifter tit clamps. Picture this, if you will. Like 10-ounce lead weights.
They were fishing weights.
Yes.
Painted black.
Painted black. On a string, leather thongs, and on the top were these alligator clamps. And it's not... Don't look like that, L'Amour Supreme. Watch his face and see. He's responding. And the idea being, you bad boy, you come here, bend over. I fasten the nipple clamps to you. The weights are on the floor. You're bent over and your ass is bared. I say, now lift them up. Lift them up. And you're trying to lift up these 10-ounce lead weights, and you can't. And because you can't, I have to batter your butt.
Or something else.
That is why they call him Nasty Neil.
But that's the thing is there's...
Yeah, you see, I had to invent not only the item,
Yes,
but I had
to
to
you.
invent the demand for the
And the
item.
game, and so you did that by creating the games and the,
The
scenarios
game
and the
being,
stories.
you're bent over, and if you wanted to avoid the whip on your ass, you would have to stand up straight, lift, so you would have to swap one kind of pain for another
This
kind
is-
of pain.
let me-
I let you choose. I'm really very good.
The thing is, the best one I think you came up with, or the one that always stands out in my mind, and what was so brilliant about it is because you were basically essentially selling the same item over and over again. It was a pair of alligator clamps that attached to the tits, but
Yes.
you had so many different kinds, and each one, in order to get people to keep buying, they each had to have their own little
you
narrative
see, he's
quality.
like me. Our minds work.
No, I
alike.
learned a lot from this because I worked in your tit clamp factory.
Well, all the children
All the
in
kids
the
worked
building
in their
did.
factory.
Well, you
We'll get to that part later. I still want to spool it out.
Please.
Statute of
I still wanna
limitations is
I want to give a little bit more of the background because what my favorite one is because you had the Tit-Torture catalog, which unfortunately there are no surviving copies that I can find in any of our archives. You had this little
I know where
Xerox
Yes.
black and white thing that just had your friend's little line drawings of like people using the clamps, and there was the time when she drew the penis upside down by mistake. But you know, one
Not
of these
me, my
women, she
friend.
hadn't seen a penis in a while. I don't think. I mean, wasn't interested in that. But the point being. The point being, you had to come up with the scenarios, and my favorite one was the one you called the executive. Now, what it was, it was the same thing. It was I actually.
It's
have,
good when your son appreciates your work.
I have a pair here.
That's not them, is
This
it?
is one. This is not the executive. This
No,
is the
it is
only.
the
This is
one
the
with-
only pair I could find, and maybe we'll test these out later. But this is essentially the scenario. This was like a more basic version. The executive was a little smaller. They were smaller clamps, and they were on a small little piece of leather thong, and what they were designed to fit underneath a shirt, like say a white collar shirt, and they were designed at guys that were into this lifestyle but had to go and work a straight 9-to-5 job.
And it's hard to spend all that time without some pain.
Yeah, or just like it's a sort of a secret way of reminding yourself of who you are. Like you're going out into the straight world and doing all this straight
And
world, but
underneath-
you're also probably in the closet potentially, and you're just
Customers.
yeah,
And
yet
underneath-
underneath it you're wearing this little pair of nipple clamps under your shirt. You know, that's your true identity is being expressed, even
And
though
I
you're.
help them express.
And I thought that was what always fascinated me. Like every one of these things had their own little narrative to it, and that's what I think one of the reasons that made it so successful. Another thing that made this successful, which I didn't quite learn from in my practice, is the quality of them. A lot of the people try to make this type of stuff, and it was all fly by night and everything. But you brought in my father, Francis Phillips, to help with some of the
Where
things.
did you get this?
They were in my collection of toys. Here's this. Give it back. This is. People had attempted to make things of a cruder nature. You know, maybe they were using clothespins.
Well, no,
As
it
I
wasn't
recall, there
that.
were people
It
that.
wasn't that. I sold the straight alligator clams right out of from Japan.
They were for
they came.
electrical shit.
Electrical shit. And we put the chain on them and we dumped them. And we also had like the little rubber tips.
No, but the thing is, this is.
No,
the,
wait.
No, you're getting it wrong.
I'm not.
Okay.
All right. Wait, no. And what happened? One of the gentlemen said, "Can you make these adjustable?" They hurt a little too
You're
much.
right. Yes, you're right.
So then I disrespected him completely, but I figured maybe he had a point. So I went to Sucklord's father, the Suck Pop, and who was outraged that the Phillips's name was being used in such fashion. And he said I had to change the name of the business. I said I couldn't do that. I said, why aren't you proud? Because one of the ads was on a page devoted to an article about golden showers. And he said, oh, the Phillips's name on a page devoted to pissing on people. But he relented. And because I told him, you have to do this to me.
I also because they got him off the hook for not paying the fucking
That's
alimony.
it. I said, if you don't want to pay me more alimony, you better help me out so I can earn my own money. So I said, make these adjustable. So Francis is a genius, in case you're watching Suckhour. Yes, you're a genius. He just says, oh, you just put a little hole in it, thread it, and put a little
Put a set
screw.
screw in it.
And it worked beautifully. However, I also had to invent a story for that as well and explain to the men who would be using this, you don't put them on tight and loosen them. That's anti-erotic. You put them on loose and then tighten them. So you see, you put it on nice and loose, because now we relieve the pressure with the screw. And then your slave,
Ratchet it
bound
up.
as he was, saying to himself, oh, that's not so bad. And then master slowly turns the screw, and increases the pressure. Oh no, maybe this is too much. Stop, I can't take it anymore. So I had to invent the game for that as well, and I give
But I mean,
Francis Phillips full credit.
I mean, it was you found this really nice set screws, these nice metal, quality items. I mean, all the chain is good chain, nice chrome chain, all the best
Yes,
stuff.
Marilyn Saul's mother, she was a sculptress and wouldn't deal in shoddy stuff. So we got beautiful chrome, we got beautiful alligator clamps, and we did good work.
And you got awards for this as well. You got awarded from
Yes,
the Hellfire
I have
Club.
in the house the Hellfire Club, which was a gay guy group that met in Chicago every year, and people were allowed to act out all their weird fantasies, and they all knew me. We also made a few whips and an anal
The anal
toy.
riveter, that's a whole nother story.
That's another story,
Which we're going to tell.
which we're going to tell several times. And they gave me an award, Ripper Phillips, what it was with the Chicago Hellfire Club. I was the patron saint because I gave them stuff to use in their fun and games. So I was quite...
I got a question for you, though. Just what was it like being a woman in this business? Didn't matter, right?
Oh, it did at the beginning, because we were selling to gay men, and we thought perhaps it would be anti-erotic if they knew who was making their shit. I mean, what can I tell
Yeah,
you?
you weren't into this stuff, per se.
I wasn't into it. I don't like pain. I'm Italian. I want comfort. I want pleasure. I don't want to be hurt. I'll hurt you if you ask me nice. But me, myself,
Yeah.
I'm not for it. But I have a vivid imagination.
Apparently.
And so what was I saying before?
Oh, just like being a woman in the business.
Oh, it was, because we didn't want to reveal that we were women because it might blow the cover, and these guys would think, a woman is doing this, not so much fun. They wanted, like some guy says, send me a picture of your chest. I don't think that would have worked. They thought they were going to be getting Arnold Schwarzenegger. They would have gotten Lucille Ball at the time. And so in that level, being a woman, Jesus, that thing just ripped my throat out. You gave me that.
Sorry,
it's
you wanna,
wonderful.
here,
I love it.
one
No,
of
no,
these.
no.
Take one of
But
these
if I'm
minutes.
sounding a little more like Edith Bunker than I normally do, blame it on the shit.
It's the last person I think you sound like.
So that was what the
the
problem
expectation
was in being a woman. Once they found out, they thought it was hysterical. And then we came out of the closet as women, and they were great guys, these leather men. They were wonderful fellows. And one time they came to the house, a couple of guys from Chicago in full leather, and my mother was making sauce in the kitchen, in my house. Morgan is little, and
I
these
wasn't
guys...
that little. I must have
Oh,
been
well,
like
you-
11 or 12.
11 or 12, little. But these leathermen came in full drag and full accoutrements. And my mother's making the sauce and the sign of the cross at the same time. And but they were wonderful men.
Wait, I want to know what your impression was of that when you were a kid experiencing.
To be honest with you, it didn't seem strange at all to me. I was already growing up in the village in the 70s. I was it was a wild time in general, and it was we lived right by Christopher Street and the Halloween parade and all. I mean, New York was a kooky, crazy time, and it just seemed natural to me. It
Natural
seemed
is the
natural
word.
to me.
It was an easy, gentle segue from just growing up in the village and then having leathermen come to your house.
I mean, the thing is, but
That
it didn't seem weird to me at all. I mean, I grew up with this magazine in the house, and amongst all other forms of pornography.
I would have the kids on the floor taking the screws out of the alligator clamps, setting them up for the next, it was like a Ford factory.
I used to cut the chain. I used to thread the screws because the clamps had a small hole in it, and you had to drill it out. I was too small to do that. But then you had to dip the screw in a little bit of Vaseline and then screw it into the hole because the
Correct.
Vaseline gave it a
He
little.
remembers
Yeah, and I
everything.
remember doing this. I mean, I'm even 11-year-old kid. I'm doing the same thing. Just
And your
fucking
friends
making
were
shit.
doing
My
it.
friends were doing
and
it too,
the
and it seemed
friends,
normal.
neighbors, the parents once came down and saw them doing this stuff. They thought it was funny. The building was cuckoo then, I told the kids they're making punk jewelry, but it was just...
I mean,
What's that? You're having my son make nipple clamps.
Well, wait, let me explain. I don't use them on the kid. I mean, a little slave labor was helpful.
I don't know. I don't think I took any damage from this. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've
You
read.
were damaged to me.
I was already fucked. I'm either.
Genetically. I mean, look, he's my son. What do you expect? I mean,
I remember.
he had no chance.
I
Send
find
him
some
money.
of these stories fascinating. Like, I read that book, The Leatherman's Handbook,
Oh, yes.
which is like a store, which is just like a basic guide to this lifestyle, you know,
Yes.
and they talk about just all the psychological shit. I mean, I gotta say that there is this. I'm not gay, you know, that much, but like I can't deny the erotic aspect of some of this shit. I mean, just sort of the intensity of it, the commitment to this thing, you know. It's just like this particular form of expression, you know, and just about the power and the dominance and the smells and like remember having those, reading the classifieds, guys that are looking to suck toe jam and just like weird
well, I
stuff.
know
It's
that
just like, you know that guy.
One of my customers.
I mean,
Put that on toast?
you know,
Well-
I feel like personally I benefited from knowing about this shit.
Any of
That
the
was
guys.
preserves?
Incredible.
Morgan really Sucklord. I spoke.
It
his
doesn't
real
matter.
name.
Everybody knows. It's
They
not
all know.
important.
When Morgan got circumcised, that was another story. He should have saved his foreskin, and he could have sold it on eBay.
I know. I think about that all
And
the time.
you think about the money wasted. My mother threw out my EC comic books.
And we threw out the
and
fucking
my
foreskin.
of the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Well, so what happened? So how did this? What was the peak of this experience? I mean, it got. I mean, you didn't do it forever. I mean,
Oh, no, we didn't do it forever because my friend was wacko and I allowed her to buy me out and she failed, but that was okay.
no, but I mean, what year about that was when?
It was in the 80s.
But didn't like the fucking AIDS crisis really
well,
hurt
that
this
was
thing
the
also
sad
as
part.
well?
That was the sad part. It was really hot in the village in the 70s.
Oh, my God.
And the
The
early
cruising, the
80s.
cruising.
The men with the handkerchiefs.
You would go
It-
out on the piers, like that movie Al Pacino, Cruising,
Oh,
touches
yeah,
on that. You'd go
and
down to the
fist
piers.
fucking on the piers.
I used to see guys getting fucked in the ass on the pier all the time.
All
I'd be
the
like
time.
14, 15 years old and just
Yeah.
like, it's just going on right there.
It was life. It was
It
life.
was exciting. I mean, you know, I just thought it seemed normal to me. You know, that's why I lament New York City right now. You'd never see anybody getting ass fucked on the pier right now.
No,
God
life has
fucking forbid. It
changed.
sucks.
Now everybody is a millennial.
Everybody's
snob.
so fucking uptight. But unfortunately, you know,
It was the golden age of pleasure and pain, and I was proud to be, you know, of high importance. I lectured at gay clubs, and everybody knew me at that point.
you know,
'cause
what's interesting though is
I'm
like,
the only one who went to the mine shaft. They were all hanging from the walls, and I'm guessing. No, it's
Great
true.
name,
All
Mine
these
Shaft.
guys,
No, like with
in
chains and
beautiful
ropes.
Japanese bondage, the ropes beautifully tied, and they're hanging on the walls. And I'm walking by. They say, "Hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie." I say, "Good. How's it hanging there?"
Literally. Literally.
Those were the good old days.
yeah, well, it's over now. Although, I mean, it's just funny though because it's so ironic. Like now in this day and age, how sort of much more.
Well, it's true. that
mainstream.
It was very sad at the end of the tit clamp era when we were about breaking it up because my friend and I couldn't get along anymore. I allowed her to buy me out. And just at that time, the whole bottom of the sex industry fell because of AIDS, and it was too sad. And sex wasn't fun anymore at that time.
And a lot of the people that were active just
Yes.
got sick and died.
It was sad. We used to advertise at some point, S&M is safe sex. But that was like the tail end of the business,
The final hashtag.
the final hashtag.
Well, I mean, S&M is fucking back.
Is
now.
it really?
Yeah.
I can finance my retirement.
You could probably get back into this if you wanted to. I don't. You probably don't.
I don't. I'm lazy.
No, but I
Been
mean-
there, done that. You know, you're second time round. It doesn't.
It's just so
always work.
funny now because it's like a lot of the people that I hook up with now and meet, you know, they're all want to be slapped and choked and tied up.
It's
and
not
knocked
edgy
around.
anymore.
It's
Being
not.
gay
but,
isn't
but
edgy.
it's fine though
oh,
because
you're gay. Who cares?
But the
You
thing is,
might
none of
fuck-
that shit should be edgy. All that shit is normal. It's like,
But yes, it should. But you pay a price.
what's the price?
The price is to be a gay man or a gay woman at this time used to be mysterious and interesting and edgy and behind closed doors. I remember reading the gay women, Pulp Fiction, Odd Girl Out, all these things. And now they make full-length movies about it. It's not edgy anymore. So
but
you
what- yeah, but
gave
come
up
on.
something, a little erotic tension in the fact that it was mysterious and forbidden. Now, no, oh, you're gay, so what? No one cares. So now the new edge is to be some sort of transgender person, and that's the new flavor. And that too will become, oh, you're a transgender person. What else? Next. I don't know what is
But were you
left.
trying to say that like sex isn't? I mean, because there's a downside to all of that shit too. Is like, yeah, you can romanticize the sort of closetization of of these things, and it is true that like a very erotic component to all sexual activities is the forbiddenness of it, or the danger, or the risk, or the transgression. I mean, that's all what makes these things hot. But at the end of the day, you can't.
You get married.
But
And well, it's
you
a
saying
part-
that there's no way to have good sex if everything is
If
permissible?
you have to be very imaginative, I'm sure there is, and there's a price to pay for everything. So you lost edge, but now you get married.
Okay.
Whatever you like
Joel,
to do,
take off your shirt.
and let me torture you now.
Take everything
No,
off.
I can't because I have
What?
inverted nipples.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well,
So we can
put it
tease
on
them
your
out.
cock
Let's
and
tease
ball.
it out.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so tiny and fragile.
Really?
Always on the inside.
Wait, all right.
If someone
All right.
sucks on them, they...
How about the small of your hand? How about here? Can we do
Okay, yeah,
All
you
right.
do that.
I mean,
I'm
I'll
good for
put these
compromise.
fucking things on.
No, they don't hurt. Take this stuff off.
No, you want to put these on your tits?
Come on, Neil.
Come on, Neil.
I'll do it.
Go, Neil.
Come
Go,
here.
Neil. It's your birthday.
Look, I make it easier. Come here, chicken.
You put it
Look,
on my
all right, look, look. This doesn't hurt. Does that hurt?
No.
I make it hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
No, see, no.
Whoa.
This is not hot at all.
This is not.
Morgan wants
You these are
Or
not.
so,
well,
or so
I
you
didn't-
think it's not hot.
Oops.
You don't. You like what
Still
about?
doesn't hurt.
It's his hand. It's got to go in his tits. Just.
He doesn't want to take his shirt
I-
off.
I'll do it.
I'll use it myself.
Just move on. I gotta put my money where my mouth is, Ma. Just put it on. I don't. Not the. No. Put the adjustment.
Oh,
You just.
think
What
you
about?
should do it.
What about that whole? What?
way too
What?
next
Here.
level.
You gave that whole speech about ratcheting up the pain, and you're trying to go like all in all at once. I hate
I
having my
can't
nipples
do this
played
to
with.
my son. Pull it up.
Wait, just put it on as light as possible. Oh, that's not even sticking.
Wait a minute. I forgot how to do this. It's been a while. Oh, you have nice nipples.
No, I
Mother.
hate having my nipples played with.
What is it?
That weird.
Ow! For Christ's fucking sake! You put it on 10, like you gotta ease into it. Shit. I'm turned off. I'm turned off.
That may be a good
I'm
thing.
turned off. I'm not. Ow! You're supposed to go easy.
I got it.
He
Fuck this
suffers
shit.
beautifully. What? I
on.
can't believe you're such a sissy.
All right.
Let me see. Did I draw blood? Give
Yes.
me, let me
But
see.
do it.
Well, mommy,
Listen,
make nice.
No. This is even getting awkward for me.
I
Get me the fuck out of here.
win. Under your arm, Morgan. Under your arm.
Nah.
You started it.
Sorry, everybody.
Send him money.
Look at your nipple, dude. It's like popped out.
Ironically, I hate having my nipples played with.
On a level of 1 to 10,
Yeah, they're
how
always
aroused
like
are you
this.
right now?
What?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how aroused are you right
Zero.
now? Like
My
zero.
nipples are always like this.
Very aroused.
They're like the opposite of
negative
inverted
0.
nipples. They're just always poking out. But ironically, I hate
What
having
he
when
has,
people touch them.
wait, what we called in the business eraser heads. You know,
My
like
shirt
a-
on.
A little eraser nipple, you know, in the back. Oh, Morgan, I didn't know you were such a puss.
It's not that you just. I mean, for all that fucking talk, Ma, your execution was not great. You can write the shit, but you sure can't say it. You know, it's
I
like.
did the best I could. I got the stupid cupcake for my birthday, and now I'm
Yeah.
suffering abuse.
Do you guys even have that much sensation in their nipples?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it would be the same as you, I would guess. My nipples are sensitive as fucking hell.
Then
I
why
think the
did
bigger
you
they are, the more
suggest
sensitive
this
they are, too.
experiment?
Bigger.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
The
for
bigger they are.
ratings.
Yeah.
It just has
Wait.
more receptors, right?
Yeah, receptors.
And I didn't put
Who
10
does? The
pounds.
woman?
Like the bigger
He
nipples.
has no weights hanging on them. It was
Yeah.
easy.
I don't know. It just doesn't. How sensitive are your nipples? Do you like your nipples
We can
played
do
with?
it
Time
to
of the
women.
month,
I'll
actually.
force
I would agree with
myself.
that.
know,
I
like-
would agree with that.
But in general, how erotic is your?
Extremely.
Yeah, so like
Extremely,
sucking and
yeah.
licking and touching is all key.
Oh, yeah.
And what about playing with another person's nipples? Is that a big deal, or did you not think about that, or?
If they're really pretty,
Mm-hmm.
then like yeah. But,
What if
like,
they're
in
ugly?
general- but like in general, like I would like enjoy it for the image, for the visual, like maybe once, but like I wouldn't really. Go
You don't really
out.
go for it.
No.
What about you?
I feel like guys, they don't usually ask for it.
Right.
You know?
And
Those
it's-
straight men, they're not like,
and it's-
play with my nipples. Some,
But it's
maybe,
not something you're particularly interested in. Like if you're fooling around with a guy and you're
If-
making out with him, will you suck his nipples too?
If it turned him on, yeah.
But does it turn you on? Is what I'm asking.
Sure,
But
yeah.
don't
Well,
you-
you're like in the middle of doing it,
Men's
anything.
pecs
Like,
are beautiful to
turning your
caress
partner
them
on
and play
turns
with
you
them.
on.
They're
Right.
beautiful.
Right, but I'm just saying how much of it is a thing that you think of, because almost every girl I fuck around with goes and wants to play with them. Because they see the little erasers and like,
Yeah, they're very out there. They're very erect.
just
and little
fucking
and-
hurts. It just fucking hurts. But it's like, it's just a thing. What about you? What's your relationship with your nipples?
No.
What do you mean you don't know?
Let's hold him down and pierce his
I like
nipples.
blowjobs.
That's
what I
all you like? You like blowjobs? If a girl sucks your tits, what do? You just let her
Back
do.
then.
You just don't care. And how about you? Do you have inverted nipples? So does that make you like weird about it? Or?
Asian thing.
I think so. I think it's probably like an Asian thing where.
But you can suck them out, right?
Yeah, you can pop them out, but it's just like, by that point, you're just kind of like, why bother?
I don't know. I mean, I was screwing around with this girl a long time ago, and she had inverted nipples, and it was like a fun game. Like they would pop in, and then I'd be like, and they'd be boop, and be like, oh, there it is, and then it would be
Yeah.
like joink,
Yeah.
and
If
you're just
you
all
put
night
the
with that shit.
clamps on, Morgan, they
Oh, it
won't be
holds it
able to-
out?
yeah.
Is there a thing for that too?
No, it's just something that occurred to me this moment.
But I mean, I'm guessing though, like if you would go to the S&M clubs with inverted nipples, would you be a commodity, or would you feel,
Say that again.
I'm just imagining a scenario where if you go to like if you're into, and not you, but I mean just someone in general that was into this nipple torture shit, went to one of these Hellfire Club things with his inverted nipples, would he be ostracized, or would he be,
Well, we
embraced?
say
or-
work for it.
Work for it, yeah. Work for it. Oh my God.
Well, you could always find a way to make it work for you, can't you? But
Yeah.
he doesn't care. But what about cock and ball torture?
I wouldn't mind trying that.
All right, well,
What?
take your
Seriously?
pants off.
I mean, like, maybe, now, maybe I would
Oh,
mind.
I know a good game for you to play. Ready? Next time you're with your partner of choice, okay, what you have to do is you have to cut off the circulation. So when you get engorged, as they say,
Let's see.
yes,
said
when your
engorged.
member
Engorged, okay.
becomes engorged. I'm a poet on some level. And then when you remove the binding, the cock ring, the 7 gates of hell,
Oh, yeah.
and the blood has to go back, you see, it's extremely painful. And if you're really into it, you have to bite on a leather glove
Jesus.
to keep from crying out.
I like the leather glove thing. That's kind of like stylish.
Wait. It's supposed to be painful?
Yes. Well, yeah, yes.
When
If
you roll
when
back,
the, yes.
It's fucking S&M.
It's supposed to be painful.
I don't know. I'm not
Pain
really a
is
fan of pain.
erotic.
I'm gonna try
Be
this
honest
again.
with you.
Not all
Not my
pain
thing.
is erotic. Nobody ever got off on a toothache. But there's certain kinds of pain that you don't know if it's pleasure or pain, or you're receiving pleasure because of it's all mixed up, but it feels good and it's all in the head. But only certain kinds of pain. And there are some experts who have figured it out. Like a sore throat, never turned anybody on. But a crack on the butt cheeks with something firm and springy
You know, I read someplace that
and raises a shut up, I'm talking.
It's about that.
Raises a welt,
It fits you. It fits you well.
you know. That's
See this?
pleasurable
See this? I
pain.
can handle.
Oh, look, he did it himself. He's
All
into
you need
masturbation.
is a collar, and I think that ensemble would be.
Is it her?
No, but I feel the exhilaration. Like it's not painful yet, but it's like it's
How about you
definitely.
yank
I'm
out-
paying attention
yank,
to it.
Now
Like,
you
Yeah.
know
Personal
the meaning
balance.
of yank his chain.
is that a thing?
Go and yank his chain, somebody. Shall we-
Everybody take turns?
Let's hang things on the chain.
I'm not up to that. I mean, I can dig it. I can dig it. I mean, I think what
Are
I.
you becoming aroused?
No, not at all. I mean, it's like I have my own masturbatory investigations that we're going to talk about later that don't include this. I'm not into nipple play personally. For myself, I love sucking girls' tits for sure all the time. Just to get that on the record. I'm pretty good. I've more recently gone into some light S&M shit. Not like with all the gear and everything, but more like the relationship and just sort of spanking and little choking and slapping and just like I'm pretty good at that kind of shit. I think I take a lot of cues from you and learning this stuff about how,
I'm so proud.
if you're doing this, I mean, how you have to sort of spool out some, not a story, but you have to dole these things out and heighten it and just like
It's hard work being a top.
it kind of is.
It is.
It kind of is, and it's fucked
The
up.
bottom lays there and takes it, but the top has to work hard to please.
Yeah, but the top has to pay attention to what the fuck is going on, and the fucked up thing is like I've only just started dabbling in this, and I'm really a lightweight, and it's not necessarily my thing, but it's just like how easy it is to fuck up if you're the top. Like if you've got to maintain that control, and if you let it slip or slide, or you fuck up and ask the wrong question, like ask the bottom to make a decision, you
And
throw
you
everything
spoil
out.
the scene, and there's nothing more embarrassing than a dominant top that looks stupid.
Yeah, and then you can't get it back.
Then you can't get it back.
You can't get it back. I mean, so much of it is the image you've created in the sub's mind.
It's theater, and you
Yeah.
have to maintain the role, and to be a top is hard work, because they think that the top is in charge. No, the bottom's in charge, because he or she is there to be pleased one way or another, and you have to do it. And then you're being judged. You're always
And
being
also the
judged.
thing is, like, you have to, sometimes I know I've heard stories, friends of friends, who've dealt with like amateur doms who don't really understand the rewards that they're supposed to be delivering. They're like more selfish and like, oh, they see this opportunity now to take something for themselves and gratify themselves at the expense of the sub. That realizing, the sub is being motivated by this sort of system of punishments and rewards. And if you're only dishing out punishments and no rewards,
No
or you
fun
don't,
anymore.
or you don't have a certain set of rules like this, how this is what earns you the slap and this is what earns you the affection or whatever the currency you've come up with in this relationship. And it's like trying to actually act these things out in the little tiptoe way that I've been doing it, and just sort of understanding how these same dynamics just sort of play out in everyday fucking life. In everyday interaction. My friend told me he was in this group of tops and stuff like that, and bottoms and subs in these clubs out in somewhere. He'll tell the story and we get him on here. And he was like, he was a top in this scene, and this other top was like, competing for subs, and they ran into each other in the supermarket or something like that. And they're talking, and then they walk out into the parking lot, and I guess the one person, I don't remember if it's a man or woman, is carrying like a bag of groceries, and they go to the car, and my friend is talking to them, trying to out-top this other top, and the one top gives my friend this bag and is like, hold this for a minute, and he opens the car, and he takes the bag, and he's holding the bag, and he's like, oh, she just topped me. She made me into the servant. I'm holding her back. Just this subtle little gesture,
Yes.
and suddenly the whole power dynamic changed.
Absolutely.
He was put in the submissive position, and he gave
And
up
in
that
front-
whole fight.
Yes, yes.
And these kind of things, I think, are playing themselves out in almost every kind of interpersonal relationship you have where there's some person vying for power over another person. And if you study this shit, you might be able to work that, even like, job interviews, all those kind of things. You know, I think all of these dynamics play in. And thanks to you, Ma, for teaching me about this shit. I know how to navigate
What a
all of
mother's
life.
for. What a mother's for if you can't pass on your wisdom to your progeny. And I'm really glad to see that you can handle it like a man.
Yeah.
You can take them off
Is
like
he
you
a
better
top
look.
or a sub?
What?
Is he a top or a sub?
My son? A top or is a top? He's top.
I'm kind of a soft top, though. It's funny, like I can play that role, and if the other person wants to be submissive, but then it's like, after a while, I get too kissy, touchy, and just want to cuddle, and like the whole fucking thing goes to shit.
This guy.
My game is, I walk that line. Like I don't have all the accoutrements. I would love if I had all the money in the world. I would just set up this fucking sex playpen, and I would have every imaginable couch and device and thing and lighting and music and all the shit, you know, to just have everybody get together and play all this stuff out. But I don't. I have to fuck people on this couch, which we washed actually.
That's why I'm sitting on
It got washed.
I didn't want to
Yeah,
stick
it got washed.
to the surface.
Somebody just decided it was
I
best.
took a nap earlier. I was like, wait. He was like, nah, it was clean.
Yeah, he has like a towel on his head. But what I like to do is go back and forth between nice guy and mean guy. That's like the game I play when I have someone in my clutches. You know, I go from all kissing, affection, tenderness, complimenting to like bossy and choky. Yeah, it's all playful, but it's a fun game, you know, because they never know what's gonna fucking come next, and you're sort of taking them on this little bit of a ride where they don't know if the next blow is going to be tender or caressing or hard and correcting, you know, and it's just like keeps them on their
Is that
toes.
the way he was raised?
My son is wonderful. I'm at a loss for words, and that's hard for me.
Do you fuck with any of this shit ever?
Fuck with what?
Any of this kind of S&M stuff? You ever get into it, or does it play out in any way for you?
No, not really.
You weren't into 50 Shades of Grey. Did you play with that at all? I mean, that's weak
I mean,
sauce.
as much as any teenager would be interested, but
Right.
not beyond that, no.
What do you think? Did you read? I mean, you must have 50 Shades of Grey. You must have scoffed when that came out, right? It's soft shit, right?
I scoffed. It is soft shit.
How did they get How did they get it wrong exactly?
Well, it was badly written. Actually.
Yeah.
It just wasn't erotic.
Yeah, I couldn't
the
get into it.
articles in Drummer magazine, whether you're gay or straight, you know, the men, women, whatever, are so hot. It'll turn you on.
I got to admit, I would get turned on reading some of this stuff too. About just
It is.
Yeah, and some of it is really raunchy stuff, but the way it's written.
You may never want to do it, but you know, a lot of women like to watch men get
Here,
it
let's
on.
give J Corp something to read.
It's interesting. What?
I want to give J Corp pull something randomly out of there and read it, or look for something juicy, and
Show pictures.
yeah, take a minute, find a juicy bit to read.
Foreskin update.
Yeah, foreskin update. What the fuck does that say?
Slave
I
shit.
remember while you look for something, and I'm gonna I want to bring up. Wait, shut up. Hang on. You guys, somewhat quietly, because I want to. There was a story in the Leatherman's Handbook about the ultimate S&M scene, the most outrageous
I know the one.
situation
I know the one you mean.
with the balls.
Yes, there are some people some men who have castration fantasies. They want to be castrated, and they'll set it up maybe as a once-in-a-lifetime deal. It would have to be. Okay, but there are surgeons who are into S&M who can reattach. So the ultimate thing is you're tied down there, and they castrate you, and they put your balls in your mouth, and they say don't smile.
And they work you over.
Whoa. You're saying this is like that. This happens.
Yes.
Supposedly.
Well, there are a lot of things that you don't know. I'm saying if it could be done.
This is like almost an urban legend in this world, but this is almost an urban legend in this world.
Yes,
But
like you stick Goebbels up your ass. If it can be done, someone has done it. Some gay men would shave their heads for the purpose of anal intercourse.
Jesus Christ! Do you remember when I was hanging out with that lunatic, that fucking serial killer, or that?
Andrew Crispa.
I
had to save my son from a serial S&M killer. I did. I went to little Charles Street, and I told him to come out of your into pain. I'll make you eat your lips. I like that expression.
What were you doing in there?
Okay, I was living at my mom's house in the West Village, and I was looking I was setting up a little art studio in the house, and I needed a folding table. So I was wandering around some of the used junk shops in the, near the meatpacking district before it was all fancy, looking for a table. And there's this little antique store on 14th Street, and I'm looking for a table I couldn't find. And this older gentleman overheard me. And he was well-dressed older gentleman told me, "Oh, I have an art studio down the block, and I have a bunch of tables. I'll give you one, or I'll sell you one. Come on over." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I go over there, and I'm hanging out with this guy, and he seemed normal. He's like this rich art dealer guy, and he had all this rich art in his house. And,
and I know in the back of Sucklord's brain, he would be a patron.
Yeah, I'm thinking, how can I hustle this guy and get money off of him? Yeah. This guy might want to support my art. This was years ago when I was like working at fucking Canal Jeans. This is like in the late 90s. And like this table never materializes, but somehow we got on it. He puts pornos on. He starts talking about all this, how rich he is and how he can set up all these sex scenarios, and he can fly in any hookers, and anything I want he can make happen. He thinks I have potential as an artist, and he can make all my sexual fantasies come true. Meanwhile, he's fucking freebasing cocaine while he's telling me all this shit. And he's got gangbang movies playing, hetero movies. And then he pulls out this fucking jacket, like this denim jacket, like it's like a cut-off biker jacket with all these spikes, and it's got all this satanic shit. He wants me to model it for him. And I'm like, okay. I was into the attention, whatever. So I took it off. So I put on this little sexy little jacket, and he's standing over me, and it was like Count Dracula, and I'm just like, then I just got a little weird,
Wait, it wasn't weird before that.
The things he learned at his mother's knee came back to him.
I was a show-off. I was a show-off.
We've been watching these porno gangbangs for the last hour.
I just wanted to show, like, hey, man, I grew up around this shit, so it didn't faze me, and I almost wanted to show this guy, like, hey, man, I can hang on your level, It's like, I could put this jacket on, watch the gangbangs, and talk about S&M like the best of them, give me money, that was what I was thinking, like, but he had other thoughts in mind, and then I started feeling, then I got the feeling, oh, he's gay and he probably wants me to suck his dick. And I'm not really into that, so I better get out of here. Can I get that table now? And he's like, we go into the thing, and he's all cracked up at this time, and he can tell I want to leave. He's trying to stop me from leaving. And he has this fucking hunchback working for him, and he's like, build him a table, out of all this scrap wood. And I'm like, I'll come back and get it. And I started getting weirded out, and I ran home. And I was like, haha, that was funny. His name was Andrew Crespo.
No.
What?
Oh,
no, okay, wait. I go home, and I thought it was a funny-ass story. So I was like, hey, Ma, guess what happened?
But you didn't say the name.
Right. I didn't say the name. I'm like, and I described the situation, and she's like, who was this guy? And I
said the name.
Yeah, you asked me what was his name, because you were like, you were getting upset, and I was like, why would?
Because I knew.
But I didn't know. I thought you were upset because I was hanging out with a weird S&M gay guy.
No,
I was like, why would you get upset about that? And then you asked his name, and I told you, and you hit the fucking ceiling because apparently this guy was a famous murderer.
Well, it was only one guy. He was in trouble. This Andrew Crespo, and his partner or his lover or whatever, they picked up a Norwegian sailor who was into this shit, and I think something must have gone wrong, and the fellow died. And they found him like with a leather hood and all that. And there was a big trial. Andrew Crespo was in the news, and I remember reading.
He told me, he was describing to me a lot of the scenes that he was into, about how we could get people there, and they would like use a caliper to open up this person's asshole, and then there'd be like 10 people there, and people would piss and shit in his asshole, and then they'd seal it with wax and all kinds of crazy, but he was like rattling this shit off like it was nothing.
And Morgan said, I think I better go home now.
The people they killed?
Apparently they were into some hardcore bondage thing, and somebody died, and I'm imagining also because they were probably doing a lot of drugs, and I was in this guy's clutches, and
so I went insane, as you might possibly
I had his business card. I had his business card, and I gave you the card, and you called him. You didn't go over there. You called him.
I went to the fucking police. Well, we live near the 6th precinct. Now, I know it's hard to believe, but I did at that time color my hair. And I had just done it, and I had all this red shit all over myself. So I went to take it off as best I can, and I ran out of the house like a maniac with all this stuff. And I went right to the 6th precinct. And I told them, I said, this guy, Andrew Crespo, is preying on young men. They knew exactly who I meant. And they said, did he give your son drugs? I said, he tried to. And the cops took it very seriously. They knew who he was. But that didn't give me satisfaction. So I ran to his house. And I started yelling and hollering outside the house. And this guy came out. And when I had gone, before I went to his house, I called him.
It was a chilling phone call.
What?
It was chilling. Just the cold manner in which you
Oh,
told
I
him.
got. Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, I didn't realize at the time I was illiterate that they could get my number. Just I was not into technology. Otherwise, I might have modified what I said, but I didn't know. And I said, "You want pain?" I says, "I'll give you pain. I'll hurt you so bad I'll make you eat your lips," and things of that nature.
And he
Isn't
said,
that what I
leave the
said?
little boys alone. And they were like, he was just gonna get a table.
Yes, yeah.
They
We're gonna
fucking
get a
crumbled.
table.
I don't know whatever happened to him. Did you got anything on this or?
Sure, it's
He had a gallery on the 57th Street, apparently.
Where is he now?
He's in prison.
I think
Oh,
he
he's in
passed
prison.
away.
He went to prison for income tax evasion.
Is he still alive?
Serving a prison sentence of 25 years to life. I don't know if he's still alive.
Phew, God, that was weird.
You
He was
see,
a nice guy, though.
I'm sure he
I mean,
was.
no, but I mean, he was very charming.
What is one
He
thing
was a
have to do
good-looking
with
older
the
guy. He was.
You should have married him.
No, but I mean, it was just like I was disappointed. I thought he was interesting and cool, and like I was like, if he had been safe, I would have loved to have done some weird shit, not gay shit. But he promised me he could get me any girl. He said I can create any sexual fantasy you want in half an hour. I
And
have
they
the
were
money and the
talking to
connections,
him, yeah.
and that sounded fun to me. And then I found out, oh, I might die. Meh. So that's it. We gotta wrap this up. Do you have any choice excerpts from Drummer Magazine to close it out with? Did you find anything juicy for us to read?
I found some quite...
Okay, give us something to go on.
This is called Daddy Traded Me Off. There are a lot of ways a young man can find himself fatherless. I hope my story will inspire some of the lucky guys who have dads to work extra hard to keep them. First, I'd better tell you about my dad. He's everything I would want. 6'2", Italian, 45 years old. I'm 22. Muscular, we both work out together, with a hairy chest and that smells sweet when it is full of sweat, a hairy stomach, a thick bush around his uncut cock, which is very thick, 8 inches when hard, big balls, and very strong muscular legs. Dad even has a hairy asshole, which tastes as sweet as his chest smells when it works up its own sweat.
And we can pick that up later. I actually think we have a new side spin-off show here. So,
like an ebook?
yeah,
Read the ads.
read the ads.
Not
Find me
now.
on
Another
Audible.
show.
Yeah,
is
find me on
Read the
Audible.
Ads.
His sweet-smelling daddy's ass. And you've been listening to the Super Suck Hour. My
And
name's
are
the
you
Super
lucky?
Suck Lord. We got the Suck Mom, Lamore Supreme, Sarah Wang, J Corp, Nasty Neil. You can find us on all the fucking social media you could possibly put in your pipe and smoke. Look us up on Instagram or whatever. Follow us. Give us money. Tune in next week because we're gonna keep it going. Hey, everybody!
That weed blew my fucking mind.
There you go. All right,
I think we did.
you did your job, Mom.
I did my job.